Hello and welcome back to GoodKnitKisses. I'm your host Kristen, and today we're going to talk about seaming together panels, and this is in a 3x3 ribbing or the triple rib stitch on the loom. We're showing the bound off area. This is a stretchy bind off, and then the beginning edge on your panel, the beginning side that was a double E-wrap cast on. And click in this video here. If you're on a desktop or laptop, you can click on that little window there and see how to do the bind off. We'll also have available to you a link for actually making the main stitch. This video we're going to talk about putting these edges together, and you'll line them up and we'll learn how to sew them together. So you're going to need a tapestry needle and enough of your main yarn to sew them up. Measure off about 3 times the length of the end of the seam that you want to sew up, and grab your tapestry needle and thread that through. We're going to come up through the bottom right of this panel that's on the right here, this last stitch, and you can see the nice chained edge. This edge is along the left of the panel, but you're seeing it on the right panel of the screen there. Now you're going to tip over your needle to the left and go up and under through that next stitch in the beginning of the panel that's on the left. Go ahead and pull that yarn on through upwards, and then we're going to go over to the right, and we're going to go to the chain and go under that stitch and up out above it. And then we'll work over on the other side just the same way. We're going on this edge, this chained edge where the slip stitch was, and then we're just going to alternate back and forth. And after you do a few of these, pulling your tapestry needle through, then go ahead and pull in some of this yarn and tighten up. And you want to use the same tension, so you may need to use a couple of stitches and use your tapestry needle to kind of work those stitches and make sure that they're even. So you're just going to alternate back and forth using that slip stitch as a guide, and go all the way up into the end, and then you're going to just cut off the tail, leave about 6 inches, and weave them in through the ends. And I'm going to show you a video here now how to weave that in. We're just showing you how to weave in a tail. And say you had tied in some strands and you are just wanting to weave in that end. I'll just find an inconspicuous spot to work my way down a row. It depends upon which stitch I'm doing. So I'm just going up and under the next stitch down, and it hides. If I was going to go over into this purl row, it wouldn't hide as well. So once I've kind of gone down a few, I should have a longer strand than this, but it's already been woven in. I can go back up through another one and go back over where I just was. So I'm going to pick the stitch above where I just went, and then we, pull that through. Let's see. So I go a stitch above where I just was, and then we're going to pull that through. Okay. And now I'm going to go back behind again, and we're going up. And you can also pull behind that and pull it in and go up the next row. And if your work is not double knit, you might want to flip to the other side, put your finger where it was, and just check and make sure that you are not overlapping and have a strand pull out. So like this one, I've pulled it in too far into this other side, and so it doesn't hide as well. So what we want to do is see if we can work it into the side stitch of this row here and work our way back up. Okay, so when I flip it onto the other side, I can see that it's nice and hidden. And Now I'm just going to cut this strand. Cut it with a little bit of extra so that when it gets worked in, it's not going to flip up. So now this tail is woven in. Thanks for joining me. See my other video for the cast on and the actual stitch. Thanks for joining me at Good Knit Kisses. Have a great day and happy looming.